Hey, Robin. Your mom came back over to the house again today.
Is that so?
The moment you left the house for work, she came over and had been up here until just now.
My mom has a lot of free time on her hands.
You went and talked with her about not coming over to our house all the time, right?
I told her that.
Then why did she come yet again today?
I don't know. Because she has a lot of free time on her hands.
I have told you this over and over again, right? I want you to make sure she listens when you tell her not to keep coming here every day. Because once again, she came over here messing with me and criticizing me. And the leftovers I was planning on having for lunch today, she just went and threw out.
Again with that? I told you already to just ignore what she's doing.
I'm not able to ignore her anymore, and that's why this is being brought up again.
But she's gone back to her house now, right?
For today.
Then it was only a couple hours with her. Just deal with it. For me.
But I can't deal with it anymore, Robin. Anything I say to her, she never listens to, so you need to have one more talk with her so that she understands. Please.
But whenever I talk to her, she doesn't listen either. She knows better than to listen to us.
This isn't funny, all right? Are you really going to sit there and tell me I'm just going to have to put up with this kind of thing for the rest of my life? Is it really hard on me to have to be around your mom all the time?
Don't say it's hard to be around her, you jerk. Mom isn't doing all this because she enjoys picking on you or anything. She's just there to make sure you're doing a good job as my wife. She would like it if you listened to her and did what you're supposed to do. Maybe she can tell that you're not good enough to be my wife.
Well, for the past couple of months now, she's been harping on me about how to do the chores and cooking right, and was even the one that told me to quit my part-time job. And her language towards me is terrible. I'm starting to feel like I'm back in middle school getting bullied. I really don't feel like she comes to our house for any other reason but to make me feel bad.
My mom is just that kind of person. She doesn't put a lot of thought into some of the things she says, and that's why they come off a bit harsh. How about you just grow up and do your job as my wife right? And then she'll leave you alone.
And right now, I'm not able to do things right with her around, so would you please tell her to stay home? If she keeps on coming here to mess with me, I'm going to go crazy from all the stress.
What stress are you talking about? You really love to make things seem more extreme than they really are. If you're wanting to talk about stress, let's talk about all the stress that I'm having to deal with. Unlike a part-timer like you, I've been working full-time at a company that actually gives me responsibilities to uphold.
Don't start talking to me like working a part-time job isn't hard. Is it because of you that your mom keeps on trying to get me to quit the job I have? Are you the reason she's always making fun of me for working? Also, all of this crap from your mom really does turn into stress when it's happening day after day, and there's no way to escape it. Recently, even my body is starting to show signs of it becoming exhausted.
Where are these signs? You're eating 3 meals a day and look fine to me.
Over the last few months, I have lost 20 pounds. Have you not noticed myself getting really thin?
I never noticed anything different about you. You were already looking like an anorexic, so nothing's changed.
This is not something you should be finding amusing as my husband, Robin. It's not just my body weight that has gone down a lot. I'm starting to lose some of my hair due to the stress as well.
What? You're going bald now?
I am, unfortunately. Right now, there are some areas on my head where small clumps of hair have fallen out. My stomach has been hurting recently, so I'm really starting to think all of the stress is starting to take its toll on me.
Are you sure all of that isn't from you not taking good enough care of yourself?
No matter how you try and think of this, my poor health right now is because of your mom. I have talked with you so many times now about her, yet you never once seem to actually want to listen. Why is that?
I've told you I've already warned my mom about it. It's not my fault that she won't listen to me. At her age, she's set in stone and will not change her ways over what I say. All you have to do is your job as my wife well, and she'll leave you alone. Why are you not able to make your mother-in-law happy?
After taking all of this crap from her for so long, why do I have to continue to put up with it?
That's just how this crap is between a wife and her mother-in-law. I'm sure at some point my mom will get tired of this and leave you alone. Maybe you're thinking too much about all this, and that's why you're going bald? Just calm down a little bit, you anxious freak.
I can't do this anymore, Robin. I don't want to deal with your mom anymore.
Ugh, I get it already. I'll go and talk to her once again. Will that get you to shut the hell up? I'm tired of having to talk with you about this all the time. So that's it for today. No more. Stop trying to bring this up to me all the time like a whining baby.
How's your mom doing, Robin?
She just finished getting the examination. They've concluded that she's had a stroke.
A stroke, huh?
But they're also saying it shouldn't be anything life-threatening for now.
That's good to hear, at least. Are there going to be any lasting symptoms from it?
She's going to have some paralysis for some time now, is what they're saying. She's most likely going to need to be cared for after this.
I see.
You need to hurry up and come to the hospital now. There are going to be a few more things from the doctor that you need to listen to. Now come on.
I just finished up work for the day, so I'll be right over.
Hurry it up, Haley.
I will. I'm leaving work right now. Did the doctor say what else he has to explain to us?
He wants to explain to us just how much paralysis will remain going into the future. He also wants to explain to us the costs of bringing her to the hospital and about the follow-up appointments my mom will need to go to. Probably things about what to expect from her when she's sleeping, and what to do if there's any problems. I don't really understand all of that crap, so make sure you listen to all of it.
Sure. But with things like paralysis due to stroke, it'll take some time for us to understand just how much is going to remain. My grandma also had a stroke long ago, and that was the same thing with her. I'm thinking it would be best for us to get a caretaker for your mom, so we should ask the hospital about what to do there and who to call. Once your mom is back and we are able to hold a conversation with her, we should ask and see what she wants to do.
If she's going to stay in this coma forever, then I'd like to just put her up in an old folks home or something. But that would cost even more money, right? Do you think we can have her put on disability for something like this?
I have no idea about that sort of thing.
I can't believe something like this would happen to my mom.
I feel the same way. I was shocked when you called me saying that she had passed out.
While I got that call while I was at work, I was panicking. Because of her, I had to take half my day off and go deal with her. Had you been at the house at the time, you could have taken care of things. Why are you even working a part-time job right now?
Don't start blaming me for this. This was something outside of both of our control, right? Also, you happen to be her son, so you should be happy you were called and told about this.
But because I was the one who had been called, I didn't get any work done. As a woman, you should be at the house. How about this? Why don't you quit that part-time job of yours and take care of my mom? That's the most cheap option.
Why should I be the one to do all of that? Don't start asking things like that of me. I'm really enjoying the job I have right now and don't want to quit.
Fine. You can continue to work part-time, but you need to take care of my mom now.
Right now, I'm going into work 5 times a week. I already have to come home to do all the chores for us, so there is no way I'll also be able to start caring for your mom.
But you're the only one that can do it, right? Hiring a helper to come take care of my mom would only cost us money. I think it's best that you take care of her while handling everything else.
Wait, this is not something we have to decide right now, Robin. Your mom is still going to be in the hospital for some time now. We can figure all of that out at a later date, once your mom wakes back up.
I don't think there's going to be any other option for us, though. But we'll just wait and see. Just hurry up and get to the hospital, Haley. We're going to have to start thinking about my mom here soon, and I mean that. So what are we going to do? You said we'd decide on this later, right? Well, it's later, and the only option we have right now is you starting to care for her.
Well, about that, Robin, I'm not taking care of your mom. You can either have her put into a care facility, or you can start to take care of her. Those are your options to choose from.
You're going to bring that stuff up again? You really are a cold SOB, Haley.
I might be acting cold right now, but something that is impossible will stay impossible. You have to understand where I'm coming from here, all right?
Understand what? I don't understand anything you're talking about right now. Is this about not wanting to quit your job or something? Nothing is going to change for that company, whether you still work there or not.
My reasoning isn't only because I have a part-time job. For pretty much ever, your mom has been complaining about me and picking on me. I've already started to go bald because of it, and I just can't take that sort of torture anymore. I've even become so thin because I can't eat. I'm sorry, but I will not start caring for her now, only to have to deal with that behavior from her even more. Unless your mom is going to act nice around me, which she can't, I'm not going to be her caretaker.
Huh? You're still going on about that tiny little grievance?
Tiny little grievance.
The fact that you can't even get over something like that really shows me how incapable you are as a woman.
I have told you so many times now that things between your mom and I have been hell, right? Every night I'm so stressed over the things she does and says that I can't stop crying. Do you have any clue how much stress I'm dealing with right now?
I like to think that's a great diet you're going through.
Shut the hell up, Robin. I've even started to have blood in my urine.
And I have no idea how all of those things mean you can't take care of my mom for me. Being a caretaker is a wife's job. So how about you start doing your job, woman?
She's your mom, right? Don't start telling me that that's my job when she's the one who raised you. Your mom might not be able to move around much anymore, but that toxic mouth of hers still works. I will not start taking care of a woman who will verbally abuse me every single day from morning until night. I literally cannot take care of her.
Listen here, Haley. Who the hell cares that you've been picked on a little? Who besides yourself gives a damn? I happen to have all kinds of problems with people at work all the time. But I don't complain about it because that's just how life is. The only thing I can do is put up with it all and move on. How about you try becoming an adult for once, Haley?
Because I am an adult, I've put up with your mom for so many years now. But I am at my limit with her. There is no way in hell I can last any more in her toxic environment.
Just frickin' deal with it a little longer. You've already made it this far, right? She can't move anymore, so she'll be quiet from now on. Without someone there to help her, she won't be able to help herself and will die. She'll learn to understand that very soon and will no longer complain about you.
No way.
You don't have the right to say no to this. You need to help out my family, so there's no room for your selfishness. If you keep saying this is going to be impossible for you, then I'll make it possible by calling your work and telling them you're quitting.
Stop that, Robin. Are you trying to force me into helping her now?
If you keep saying no, we're getting divorced. I'll have you leave my house forever after that. Is that what you really want for yourself right now? If you're thrown away by me, then you'll be stuck living on the streets.
What are you talking about? Are you seriously telling me you'd get a divorce over this?
I would. I don't need a woman in my house who isn't going to care for my mom. At a time like this, you being of no help pretty much tells me you're a waste of my time and money. I'd be better off finding myself a new wife. If you don't want to be thrown onto the streets by me, then listen up and do what I ask.
I am not your tool, Robin. Why do you never listen to how I'm feeling at times like this? I am tired of always getting the short end of the stick in this marriage. What the hell do you and your mom even think of me? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't think you guys even appreciate me as your wife.
Hey, my mom's going to be out of the hospital really soon here. How much longer are you going to not talk to me? Stop being a child and grow up already. It's time for you to take care of my mom.
I told you I don't want to. You take care of your mom. And if you can't find the ability to do that for her, then you put her into some home. Please.
You cut that bullcrap right now. How much longer are you going to act like such a selfish bitch? Mom was picking on you and complaining about you in the frickin' past.
To me, that all will still happen in the present. Even when I see your mom now, my stomach begins to hurt and I feel like I'm going to pass out.
You are so heartless. Stop worrying about the past and take care of my mom. I told you this before, right? If you say no to taking care of her, then it's going to be a divorce between you and I. I will kick you out of that house without even saying another word to you. Is that really what you want from me?
Are you confused about something, Robin? You can kick me out of that house all you want, but I'm not going to be in any trouble because of it. If anything, you'll be the one having some issues, right?
Why would I be the one in trouble after that? You're the one who will have nothing.
Without me in that house, who is going to be the one to do all the housework? Who is going to cook your meals, or do your laundry, or vacuum the carpet? Who will clean the bed and empty out the trash or cut the grass? Who will be taking care of your mom? You can barely even pick up your clothes after getting changed, Robin.
That's why I'm saying you'll take care of her. Without me, how are you going to even afford enough food to stay alive? I'm serious right now about kicking you out of the house and not listening to anything else you say.
This month, I've become a full-time employee for the company I'm at.
Huh? You became an actual employee now?
For a long time now, I've been in talks about how the company was wanting to hire me full-time. But I had to be at home all the time to do the chores for us, so I always had to say no. But since I no longer will have a reason to say no, I said yes to them the other day.
Do you have any idea what's going on here? What the hell are you doing going full-time there?
I understand that's what's going on right now is a divorce. I would much rather be single than take care of that monster mama of yours.
What makes you think you can call your mother-in-law a monster? Don't you start thinking you can play tough now?
If you feel so bad for that woman that you'll defend her, then why don't you take care of her? Stop making others do everything for you.
Why must a woman like you persist on not doing anything a normal woman should do?
What's a normal woman supposed to do here? I don't think you quite grasp who a normal woman is. Probably because you've been raised by that creature all your life. And remember that in this divorce, I'm getting half of our shared properties. If you think you can just kick me out of that house without saying anything else to me and end things, then I'll have a lawyer come and talk to you.
What do you mean, lawyer? What are you thinking of doing?
If you want to play games like that, then I'll make sure that I'm ready for said games. I'm not afraid to fight for a victory, Robin, and it's time you learn that. You're not going to keep on getting the long end of the stick.
Is that so? Well, if you really want things to be over between us, then do it! Do whatever the hell you want now. I don't care about you anymore. Why the hell did I have to end up with a bitching wife like you?
If you're going to continue with the rude comments, then let me send some back at you. I'm not going to play nice with the retarded son and his lard-ass mom anymore.
Haley, help me out!
What do you want with your ex?
I want you to help me. My mom has been hiding loads of debt from me. And when I say loads of debt, I mean an unimaginable amount.
Ah, so that's what this is about. I knew all along about that debt.
What?
I was able to have a look at some of your mom's responsibilities a while ago. She was really burning up her money at high speeds. And after seeing her checkbook as well, I could tell that her Social Security wouldn't be able to support her bad habit. I never heard anything from her, though, about all of that money coming from her savings, so that meant she was borrowing it all.
If you knew about this, then why not tell me? Because you just let that happen, I'm in huge trouble now.
So it was really that much money she borrowed then?
She was borrowing it from some kind of black market loan shark, and was able to borrow as much as she wanted. By myself, I won't be able to pay all of this back.
That's going to be a problem for you then. Well, do your best from here on out to pay that all off while you're still around. She is your mom, and that's your family's responsibility now.
This is too much money for me to pay off if I was trying. And when it comes down to my mom, all she does is complain and waste my time. To be blunt, I'm tired of caring for her.
Then why don't you put her into some care facility?
Where am I supposed to get money for that? You went and took half my money in the divorce.
Ah, you're totally right about that.
I don't have any money for this, but I also don't have the time or energy. If things keep going on this way, I might lose my job as well. I'm asking you to please come back here and help me. If you don't want to care for my mom, then I'll take care of her. Can you just take care of the chores as well as working full-time?
Why should I have to go back to you in that house? I will never go back there unless you're offering me $1 million right now. I mean, you wanted this divorce as much as I did, so I probably wouldn't go back, even if you did hand me that money.
Then can you at least give me some money?
I don't even have a penny that's worth handing to your hands. You would never pay me back for any of it either.
Please? Things are seriously bad here. Right now, my life is being flipped upside down, and my nerves and everything are so shocked, I'm going mad! Help me, please! You and I had been husband and wife for years, so there has to be a little bit of you that still cares about me, right?
You're trying to say that I should be sympathizing with you now? I'm sorry, but there is no sympathy for a man like you. Were you ever there to help me while your mom was coming over to the house every day to bully me, both verbally and physically? No, you weren't. And actually, you claim that all my cries for help were just tiny little grievances, right?
About all that, I'm really sorry. I never realized that you were going through so much. Therefore, I was never there to comfort you.
The reason for all of that is because in the past, and even now, you have only ever thought about yourself. You didn't even care about the fact that I was going bald. That just shows how little you were worried about how I was.
You're wrong, Haley!
I no longer care about you, Robin. I would love for you and that monster mama you have to just hurry up and rot in hell already.
Rot in hell? Were we really that bad to you, that you have to say that about us now?
Right now I'm having a blast with my new life, and there is no time for me to waste worrying about either of you. That's why I'm not going to do anything to help you. Honestly, it's a bit childish of you to bug a stranger with your own family's issues, right? She's your mom after all, so how about you start doing your job right as her son? After that, Robin's mom's paralysis only became worse and worse. So in order to be home around her even more, Robin went and left his job and became unemployed. But with his mom having so much debt, there was no way for him to ignore it. He ended up using whatever money he had left in all of his accounts, and the money he got from selling his mom's house to pay pretty much all of it off. After that, he also had to sell his own house in order to pay off the debt he was in, and after that he moved himself and his mother into a small apartment. There, he calmed down a little bit and was able to get himself a part-time job as a delivery driver for 2 hours a day, and then the rest of his time is spent with his mom. They are both currently living off the money he makes from that part-time job and whatever money his mom gets in Social Security. I've heard that after a year of being stressed out by his mom, he has lost almost all of his hair with his only sideburns remaining. Seems to me like his body is way more weak than mine, since it couldn't even manage a single year's worth of stress. I wonder if he's finally coming around to understanding just how hard things had been for me all those years now. As for myself, I am living a wonderful life with my body becoming very healthy again. I never knew things at my age could be this amazing when I'm not so stressed about every single thing and actually have time to myself. I've become a bit busy working full-time now, but I am now free to do what I want on weekends and spend my money on whatever will keep me happy. My hair is all starting to grow back more lush than it ever was, and I'm starting to smile all the time. In order to never have to relive memories like those again, I'm going to make sure to save up lots of money and be ready to take care of myself when I'm even older. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.